Welcome to the second part of the Dolomites. Back up the mountain pass where the last part ended, just because I never really had a good dawn up here, so I've come up for dawn. I'm very tired, as you can probably see. I haven't had much sleep, but it's looking really beautiful. Now sunrise is that way, but actually the colours are better that way, and then you might be able to see behind me on the GoPro it's doing something a bit different with the colour. It looks a lot more beautiful actually that way. So I'm taking a couple of shots that way, but let me just take the camera. Let me just give you the Dolomites in the morning. Look at this. This is a place called Paso, Giau. It is beautiful up here, isn't it? Look at this. How can you not love mountain landscape like this? Is it cold? It's approximately -9. I thought it was actually going to be a lot less, because on the way up here the car hit -16. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. Let's carry on with the day in the next part of the vlog. I'm still up at Paso Giau. I've actually come up a little bit higher from where I was, so you might be able to see the scenery slightly different behind me. It's beautiful behind me. I've just done a panorama across there, which will be in another video, I hasten to add. But I wanted to just show you something that I was looking at when I was doing the panorama, which crossed my mind. I'm just going to take my GoPro, put it onto the back of my screen, and it's this. Why did I like this? I just love the way that this falls down here, and there's these different layers that are going down. I just love the way that the snow there is just falling down, and I thought, you know what, that actually looks really, really nice. So it's not always about wide angle in landscape photography. This is 100 to 400. If you revert back to my 3 essential lenses for landscape and travel photography, I explained it's the 24-70, 100 to 400 and 24mm tilt shift that for me are the most useful lenses. If you've just heard that beep, it's because my battery's just died on my GoPro again. So even though it's not that cold this morning, I'm just going to continue the narration while the image flicks up. It's just drained the battery very quickly. Well, it says it's drained the battery, but I can say to you now that as soon as I get to the car and then I actually put it on charge, it will come back very quickly. So it's a shame, but there you go. Hopefully you're enjoying the image that I created there. Just beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful alpenglow here in the Dolomites. Well, there's a view that I've wanted in the Dolomites for all the years I've been coming here. I've been coming here for 5.5 years. There is a view there that I've just managed to get. What is the view? Let me show you the view here in the Dolomites. That is one stupendous view. But it's not just that view that's here. Look at this panoramic view of the mountains here in northern Italy. If that does not float your boat as a landscape photographer or a travel photographer, then I don't know what does. On the front of my camera there's a 24-70. It's about 30mm at the moment. Very simple shot. There's a lot of contrast there because of the snow, so I've done 2 exposures, so I'll exposure blend. But there you go. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. This isn't the only one. There's more that way. Well, I have to say this is one of the most superb views in the Dolomites, and I'm very, very happy that I've finally got up here. I nearly made it one year, but it just didn't work out. So I've been doing a lot of panoramas, as you can expect, because of where we are, and I'm very conscious of the time, because something I should do when I come back here is put my watch on, because normally I don't carry my watch, and my phone keeps dying because of the cold. What's the view? So you saw the view that way, and I took another picture of it, but the view this way is equally as impressive. So look at this, and by the way, sorry, I've lost the bolt from my GoPro, so I can't really do it as I would normally would. But there you go, there is the view the other way. It is beautiful. And over there is the Alpi di Siusi, so that's another beautiful area to go to. Maybe I can show that to you on Friday, we will see. But there you go. So I've been doing lots of long lens Panoramas there, 100 to 400. Got my cable release because you could probably hear the wind. It is pretty chilly up here, so I'm going to make my way back down. I've got to go down there, just around where my finger is. That's where the cable car is to go back down. What's the time? I've got no idea, but the last cable car is at 4:45. So I better get moving, but enjoy this Dolomites view because it is absolutely beautiful. Morning folks. So what's going on this morning? Gorgeous light is going on this morning. It's absolutely beautiful up here on this mountain pass here up in northern Italy. I just about got here, to be honest. So normally when I come up here I stay in a couple of different places, so I'm not having to just sort of be I'm having to swap hands and just to try and sort of maybe see the colour back there as well. It's a beautiful colour this morning. So why am I here later than I would normally be and not having the time? Well, it's just because normally, as I said, I stay in a couple of different places, so having to travel a lot longer distance means getting up at 5 in the morning, getting ready, and then driving through icy roads, getting caught behind lorries, buses and whatever else delays you. So I'm here, but as I said, well, look at that scene there. Sorry about the mixed sort of GoPro footage here, just because I've lost the attachment that will hold my GoPro onto its holder. So I don't know where it is, but look at that stunning colour there. This is I think it's the Cellar Towers is what this is. It's absolutely stunning, isn't it? It's beautiful. And look at this over here. I've done a pano of this morning as well, so that's looking beautiful as well over there. What have I got in the front of my camera? Well, it's 24-70. There's a polarizer, and that's the back of the camera at the moment. That's the shot that I've got. Look at this beautiful glow. This is why the Dolomites is famous, for this red glow on these mountains here. Just take a shot of that. There you go. Look at that. No overexposing, nothing. Absolutely beautiful. What have I got it on? F11.4 seconds there. So fill your boots, folks. Look at the Dolomites. How can you not love this place? I know I love this place, and I love coming every single year. I've come to a very famous place in the Dolomites called Santa Maddalena. Santa Maddalena is basically the church that's behind me there, which you may or may not be able to see. I can't tell at the moment because I'm having to hand hold my GoPro because I lost the attachment. But anyway, so why have I come here? Well, if you're following me, then at some point you're going to see a segment before this, but not in this video, for another video on a tutorial on panoramas. So that's why my camera's set up as it is. But I'm here. It's about an hour before sunset, I think it is, and I'm thinking, what's it going to do? And there's lots of cirrus cloud that's building up in the sky. I've taken my picture, a regular picture, and a panorama of the scene behind me. So I've got that, I've got the light on the church, really nice. That's that in the bag, so I can flick that up when I'm speaking. Now I've got 1 hour to wait, I think it's 1 hour till sunset, to see if there's going to be some nice colour in the sky. It's going to be boring waiting for an hour, but you know what? That's what we do. You know, you've got to wait. You have to put in the time and the effort in order to get these things and to get them in the bag and to really sort of get to understand an area. And I've been coming here for 6.5 years, so I've got a good feel for this place and what it's like when the sun is there, when the sun's not there. So, you know, it's worth for me being here in winter and actually checking out what it's actually going to do in winter. So I've made a note of when the sun disappears, and I'm thinking, okay, now I know when the sun disappears. If I bring people here, I hope to bring people here in a couple of years' time, I know when not to be here. So these are all important things that go into the mixture of being a professional photographer, whereby you make mental notes of all sorts of things and go, right, I know this location, I know when the sun's going to disappear, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to happen. And certainly if I've got people that are paying to be with me, I need to understand what it is that's going to go on with the light in this particular area at this particular time of day. But anyway, let's start the wait, an hour's wait. It's the third and final day of my journey up in northern Italy, and as you can see, it's another clear day, another clear morning. Look at that beautiful sunrise colour though. Actually, sunrise is that way, but you can see what it is I've got that way, basically behind sunrise. That's fine, absolutely fine. So the colours are superb again this morning. So just because it's a clear morning, it doesn't mean you can't get some good stuff. There's a polarizer on the front of my 100 to 400. You've got to be careful when you're looking at that particular light, because if you turn it too much, it actually gets rid of that colour. So you don't want to turn it too much. Just eyeball it on the back of your camera and then you'll see. Now let's grab the GoPro without dropping it in the snow. So you can see, for example, here, this is what I've got here, that mountain all the way back there. So that's the beauty of 100 to 400. As I've said many times, and also in my recent videos, just like, what do you really need when you're a travel and landscape photographer? What are those three essential lenses? 100 to 400, 24-70 down in the bag there, which is just hidden in there, and the 24mm tilt shift. That'll do you really well. But look at this glorious, glorious morning here. It's absolutely beautiful. I do love coming to Italy. How can you not love coming to a place like this? Good morning, folks, on what is the last morning, not a full day, the last morning that I'm here in the Dolomites. Now yesterday you saw the sunrise, beautiful sunrise up in the mountains there on a mountain pass, and then after that I went off to do another mountain pass that I'd never been to. I discovered a really, really beautiful mountain pass, actually two of them, and it's somewhere that I'd really like to go back to in autumn, because I've never really seen any images from that particular area. Why didn't I vlog it? Well, what happened was I was lent some snowshoes by my accommodation, and I saw a view and I thought, oh, that's pretty nice, that is. I'd like to get over there. They are the most irritating thing that you can try and use to get from one place to another with these particular snowshoes that I had. Why? What happened? Well, despite my best efforts of securing my feet in them, the toe kept coming out all the time, which meant that every single time I was putting down my foot or feet, it was becoming evident that if I wasn't careful, I could end up with a broken ankle. So snowshoes make it easy going across the snow. I don't think these particular snowshoes were really suited to where it was that I was going. I have seen, I was looking around to think, is this the best design really? Is this how they are? And it seems as though there are other, maybe more favourable snowshoes, which I might need to look into for coming back here. So yeah, it was a very frustrating day, and I ended up doing more driving than I really wanted to. Lost 2 hours because of the debacle with the snowshoes, and didn't get to do the grand finale and show you the grand finale of where it was that I wanted to go. So hey ho, what can you do? What I have done is I thought, well, I'll finish it this morning here. Beautiful view behind me. You might be able to see there's a little church on the hill. I'll show you on the back of my camera. Sorry, there's a lorry going past. So yeah, it's a cold morning, but it's not too cold. Not too cold. It's warming up a little bit. So it was still -8 coming in. But in any case, I'll just show you the back of my camera so you can see what it is that I've got and what I'm waiting for. So here's the back of my camera. So this isn't the only image that I've taken. So this is the scene that's basically here. So you can see how wide a GoPro is, and the wonders of having 100 to 400, which is set on about 325mm to actually get this shot here. So I've taken a couple of other shots. So if I go to my preview here, so you can see different compositions there of how I play around with stuff and think, oh, that looks nice. There's the red coming in there, which sets it off slightly differently. There is a polarizer on the front as well, which you can see there, and then doing a pano. So there's all sorts of things I've been doing with this particular scene. But yeah, my last morning here in the Dolomites. Oh, that was last night. But anyway, there you go. That was how I started this particular scene. That beautiful glow, that alpine glow, is gone already. as it were. It's coming on some of the mountains, but the pink in the sky has gone. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go up a mountain pass and do a photo for another vlog, and then I'm going to make my way back to Venice Airport. So anyway, folks, it's appreciated, it really is. And since I've been here, I've done 4 vlogs. What's coming up after this? Well, not necessarily this vlog, but in 10 days time I, touch wood, will be headed to Cape Horn. So I will be going down to southern Chile to be doing that. I'll also be going to Torres del Paine, and hopefully I'm getting support from an organisation down there. We will see. And and then come back, and then I don't know. I really don't know. So I know that in April I'm in Nepal. Between coming back from Chile and going to Nepal, am I going anywhere else? Somewhere, but I don't know where yet. In any case, take it easy, folks. It's appreciated. Stay safe, and see you again soon, sometime, somewhere, in this beautiful world that we live in.